coming, and they're bringing their friends, and it's just we're building it. It's great. So,
well, tell us a little bit about some of your specialty dishes.
Specialty dishes, I would have to say as far as appetizers, the ginger shrimp. It was a dish inspired by a trip I took to Vietnam, and a lot of the street food had the same elements going on, so I brought the idea of that dish here and did our own version of it, and it's been our most popular appetizer. I would say, I mean, our steaks are great.
They are.
Our seafood is very fresh, and I think we do some fun preparations on the seafood, like our crab-crusted mahi-mahi, which there's a little crab meat jumble and crab meat crust. There's a lobster cognac sauce around the plate, some sauteed spinach, and then everybody raves about our meatloaf. Everyone.
I know.
I get so many compliments about the dish that I'm happy people enjoy the food.
Right, and, comfort food, good old comfort food.
Exactly.
Yeah, right.
So we have some charred grilled meatloaf with some smashed, like chunky style smashed potatoes.
Smashed.
Wonderful.
Right.
And all our desserts are made in-house. And I think one thing that sets us apart from other restaurants is, I mean, both Paul and I, when we did this restaurant, we wanted to make sure we were doing the best that we knew we could. And for me, that means in the kitchen, I'm making all my dressings in-house. Everything's fresh. All of our sauces are made from stocks. We get the bones, we roast the bones. Classic French preparation, we make our stocks, then we make our sauces. All of our desserts are made in-house. So I think when people come here, they'll see the difference between us and another restaurant in just the freshness of flavors and the quality of ingredients, and that's what we're both very big on. I mean, seasonal things and the quality that goes into the food. I mean, I'm definitely open to criticism, but I haven't heard too much about the food since we've opened.
Nor have I.
But I know it's one thing that'll make us better.
Right.
You know, but I think I'm very happy with the quality that we're putting.
Well, I can tell you, I've eaten here many times and have never had a bad meal. A couple of things that I really like that you wouldn't maybe even think of are the different salads, like the pear salad. I love that pear salad. My husband likes the iceberg wedge. It's BLT wedge or something. Right. Yeah, just, I mean, it's those little things that also set you apart.
Right.
You also talked about having some wine dinners that you host. Why don't you tell us about those?
Okay. Every month we like to showcase a different wine, and we do a tasting menu to go along with those wines. So the most recent one was an Italian wine dinner, and we had about 8 different wines from Italy. And the theme of the food was Italian themed, and we had a lot of fun. It was 4 courses. We always sell out our events, so if people catch wind of it, it's good to give us a call as soon as they hear about it, because it sells out pretty quick.
So how do people hear about it? Do you send out invitations? Do you have a mailing list?
We have a mailing list. You can go to our website and sign up through our website, or you can call, or if you're in here, you can sign up on our mailing list at the front desk.
Okay. And so you're the wine guy, right?
Yes.
Yes. So where do you go to pick out these wines? I mean, how do you decide which wines you're going to, highlight in a certain month, or, try a wine that you haven't ever tried before? How do you?
Well, you constantly have to be trying, reading, keeping up on current trends and in this industry. And unfortunately, I have to try a lot of wine. And
somebody has to do it.
Right. There's a lot of people that want to assist me in what I do, so it's nice. And so we just go through a lot of wine and just do a lot of tastings and see what's coming through the season, and should we adjust the wine list a little bit to reflect the season. Now that it's getting warmer out, maybe we should get a little bit more interesting white wines on the list, or whatever Tony has coming out of the kitchen, should it match up with the food that way. So it's
possible someone came in here and had a wine they really liked, and they came back a few months later. You might not still have that. I mean, you kind of rotate things, right?
I mean, the most part, most of the wines have stayed.
Yes.
If it sells, we keep it. If it's, we play it by ear.
Right.
But if we have customers that are coming in quite often and they enjoy it, and they come in and they drink the same wine all the time, we're going to keep it.
You're going to keep it,
of course.
Right.
But one thing, if I could say, with the food, when we opened, we had this tilapia dish, banana crusted tilapia, and it was so popular that was the only fish people were ordering. And I'm very proud of the other fish preparations that we do, so I took it off the menu for a short period of time just so we could showcase the other fish that we do. But by popular demand, we got emails, phone calls.
You've got to put it back.
People who were here eating, they were requesting it, so we put it back on. But I mean, one thing that I like it's got to be fun for us to do this, to continue to do this.
Right.
So, I mean, and that means the food that we create, the food that we put out of the kitchen, and the beers we put on tap. You know, the wines, the seasonal wines that we pick out. We have to enjoy it, and we have to be psyched about it. And, so the food, I understand some people, they come expecting certain things, and if it's the season, it's not the season, it might not be here. We have some mainstays on the menu, just like he does on the wine menu, but we're always trying to find new combinations of flavors and have fun with new products. So it's kind of a fine line you have to walk to say we have some things that we like to keep on all the time, but then we need to also explore and have fun and continue to educate ourselves with food.
Right. And educate your customers as well, because maybe they've never tried it before and they try it once and love it. And
That's right.
So you've given them that opportunity. Well, we've talked about your banquet rooms and your bar and your kitchen. I think it'd be kind of fun to take a little tour and you could show us around.
Cool.
Would you like to do that?
Yeah,
okay.
Absolutely.
Well, Paul, obviously we're here at the bar. Yeah. And what can you tell us about the bar?
Sure. Well, one of the things that also helps separate us from other restaurants is our beer and cocktail program. And as far as the cocktails are concerned, we make our own sour mix. We use lots of fresh ingredients, and we're constantly creating new cocktails that go with the season. So like right now, we're doing a very interesting key lime martini, and we're coming out with strawberry and watermelon martinis, which use fresh fruit and great ingredients. So it makes really interesting drinks. And as far as the beer is concerned, we have the tap beer, and we constantly are also rotating our tap beers. And we only put micro beers on tap. We don't use any of the large scale beers that you see at other bars and things like that. These are small craft beers that my brother and I have enjoyed over the years, or we've just recently discovered, and we want to expose everyone to what we've experienced. And coming in July, actually, we're doing our beer dinner. And it's going to be about between 50 and 60 people, and it's going to be 7 or 8 different beers with a brewery out of Canada, a microbrewery called Unibrew. And Tony's going to create about 5 dishes to go with the dinner, and it should be a really, really memorable event.
Like the wine dinner, only it's the beer dinner.
Right, and this will be our greatest challenge yet, because it's really easy, as far as we're concerned, to match food with wine. But when it comes to beer and food, it's completely...
Unless you're a German restaurant.
Right, yeah, then that's just, So it's a lot more of it's our biggest challenge yet, to create an interesting menu to go with the beer.
Well, I think this is a nice, comfortable bar. I mean, I think this would be a place that people could come and enjoy a cocktail before dinner, or, just have some conversation.